Hello and welcome, folks, to this speed run and walkthrough of Chris Sawyer's Locomotion. We had a bit of a recording malfunction last time, so actually was not recording getting done the 1980s North American West campaign here. We're gonna revisit this and hopefully do it maybe a little bit faster. Just a quick introduction for this stage. We are starting in the 1980s, so it's a little trickier to get your feet off the ground here. The strategy I used last time was basically setting up long bus routes because buses are relatively cheap. I mean, taking a look at the price here, you could use a Century, nothing wrong with that. But you kind of probably want the Dash 7 for a lot of your rail lines just because it's a lot more powerful. I mean, 300 horsepower is no joke. It goes up to 70 miles an hour. It is a little less reliable, costs more per month to maintain. Obviously, it's more expensive, but it is the cutting edge. It is going to get you that extra bit of power and speed to make all the difference in your rail lines. But instead of dropping close to $400,000 on each locomotive, and then not to mention, 65,000 per passenger carriage, 50,000 per mail car, you can get buses for about a buck and a quarter all the way through and through. You don't have to build the roads because the roads are already there. So that's sort of the justification on doing buses. The other point is that there's a lot of cities, and what you're going to see with any scenario that starts this late is that it's just going to absolutely take off as far as city growth goes. So I'm not even going to worry about the size of these cities. I'm basically just going to plop down some stations and hope that these buses are going to just start going right away. I will expand the catchment area slightly just to get a little bit more income, but I'm honestly like not even. I don't even need it that much. Like what we're getting out of the extra catchment area here is not huge. Our income is going to come because this is a like 40 block route, and you can see we've got one passenger there, moving one passenger 39 blocks there in 7 days. Like that's going to be huge. Uh, the passengers will come in time. The game is just starting. I'm going to just pivot over and get to some of the larger ones while we can. These cities are all going to grow at different rates, so if you don't get the exact right cities just at the start, it is not a big deal. I'm actually not going to start there. Do something down the middle instead. Expand that a little bit more. And we're going to just go right down Broadway here. Bus going the wrong way. That's unfortunate. We do want to eventually get air travel going in Phoenix. This is a great spot for it. Whoops. So we do want to try to develop this city as much as we can early on. Not terribly worried about these buses like running into each other or interfering in one another's routes. All right, so we've got a couple buses there. Check out Fort Worth. Fort Worth has some great opportunities for long routes. And we're going to come all the way down here. Can't do any better than that, looks like. Now, you don't have to do this. I'm not going to do it, but one idea that I've tried, and it works decently well. If you're interested truly in just having the most efficient routes and you don't want to worry about, you know, you don't want to worry about like having to replace vehicles as much, the GM Classic actually comes out decently early into this stage, so you could very easily just simulate a little bit and then let the time go by, build up a little bit of coin, and then close out with or not close out. I don't know what I'm saying. Allow your uh, allow your newer lines to use the new bus. The big thing with the new bus that comes out is that it's a ton, well, not a ton, it is faster. So you're going to get these long routes are just going to be that much more lucrative for you. I am actually going to expand the catchment area there a little bit. All right, we need a lot more money, so we're just going to kind of max this. Not max it, but take it where we need to. That should be plenty enough. We've hit some of the decent ones. Oh, forgot about the cities in Mexico. How could we? Qué lástima. Right. Now, one disadvantage to this strategy, of course, is that you're getting a longer route, but the cost is that you're building these routes away from like city centers. So there's an opportunity for not quite as many passengers to be coming to the station. That's why building the additional stops and expanding the catchment area is so critical. I screwed up that station. I'm going to use my trick to, well, I'm actually not going to do it just this minute, but I'm going to do my trick to move the station away. I really don't want any competition here for my own stuff. Oh, geez. Going all over the place. So I'm going to expand this out. This is still going to be Chihuahua North. Chihuahua Central is gone. We could probably get another bus going here. I'm going to hold for the moment. Well, actually, what kind of buildings do we have? Offices. That might not be too bad. So this is indexing a little bit less on the route and a little bit more on the, what's it called? Oh man, words are hard today. A little bit more on the location, so getting us a little bit more passengers. So we look at our station, we have no more than like 6 passengers waiting. A bus is probably going to be approaching the station. Actually, not quite. So Phoenix, we're at least seeing a little bit of passenger build up at these stations. That's a good thing, but we want to do a little bit more. So I'm going to keep building buses here. We can keep throwing stuff at Dallas. It's going to become very massive very quickly. Actually, Amarillo doesn't have anything yet, so might as well set something up there. There aren't really too many long routes, so I'm just going to take what I can and try to get this, try to get as much catchment area or as much big stuff as I can in the catchment area. Courthouse, including that's a good thing. We get Omaha as well. This is just never going to be that profitable for us. I guess, well, we can probably do something on this leg. And again, the idea with the buses, it's not going to end the game quickly. It is rather going to give us early income so that we can, hit simulate button and just have cash constantly flowing in. Buses are doing their routes in like anywhere from like 6 to 10 days. And once you have a bunch of them, it adds up and you start getting a ton of income coming in. All right, that's going to be all right for now. We could now at this point in time try to explore like maybe a railway. We could start getting some oil over to this refinery. Whoops. Albuquerque at 360 is not bad. Fort Worth, not doing there. El Paso, even if this had a lot, I wouldn't really bother with this. I could potentially explore like just building a road to get from the Fort Worth one to that refinery, but it's not going to be as profitable as doing a train, and we're here. We might as well just invest the money and do it the right way. So I'm going to be extremely cheap with this. We're not going to bother with any two-way stuff because we're going to be able to just move a ton of cargo so long as there is no significant elevation changes, which there will be some. We're going to see very good results just throwing like 7 or maybe 8 cars on the train. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll give it 12 just in case. And if this oil refinery goes crazy and we have to increase the number of trains, then we'll just do that. It's actually going to be cheaper and better for the locomotive if we do not go up here. So I am actually going to do this. Shoot. We're going to have to cross that river at some point, so it is what it is. We can get away with not dealing with this. This would be great. I don't think we will, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's not going to happen. We're going to have to just knock this down and hope for the best. I'm going to knock down the rest of the land near it just because in case I want to put in another track. I have the option to. We're going to, again, be cheap, not worry about even fixing that. I think these should be the same height. Yeah, 64. So this is probably like the most expensive way it could have gone. All right, and we're going to need a decent bit more cash than this with the price of locomotives. We'll start with 7 and see how this actually works out. Yeah, not even close. I mean, we're on extra fast forward. This train, we've been building this whole time. This train has not even made a stop. We were not terribly bad on our performance rating. Is train back already? What the heck happened? Did it make any money? What the heck? It did. We didn't get any notification. Oh, there it is. Extremely weird. This coal mine appears to be going crazy. If this goes up one more time, I will definitely be looking into moving some of that cargo elsewhere. But for right now, we can simulate a little bit more. I'd like that train to return a little bit on investment before we do anything else too crazy. Oh, I did not notice that. That was our oil refinery, wasn't it? All right, well, there is a solution to this. Of course, the height of this is going to be a little off, I think. We're not even going to sell this train. We're just going to kind of move it. So we're going to just go on to the next one. And then instead of Albuquerque, it's going to be Fort Worth. This is going to make us significantly less money, which is not good. There's that new bus. I will start to replace that on some of the other lines eventually. Well, that didn't get moved down. That's unfortunate. It's not going to get a full load of oil there, that is for sure. This bus, I think, is doing, 39 blocks. See if we can snag it here. Beaumont still has passengers waiting. That's great. This bus should have a pretty long route as well. 30 blocks. Do the upgrade. And where's our, I just want to see our most lucrative buses. Actually, this Phoenix bus. Of course, it's broken down. Oh, we missed that one due to a misclick. Another thing to note, reliability there, 80%. GM Classic reliability, 65%. So you are paying for it. These buses will break down more, but it is worth it to get that extra couple of miles per hour. Bus in Fort Worth, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, this is also pretty long. 38 blocks here. And that'll be good for now. We definitely, this is going to take like way too long. We definitely do not need quite as much stuff here. Now, we can sit and pray and hope that this like causes the industry to produce more, but that's just not my style. Like this 78 days is not good. I would so much rather just deliver it faster. Now, again, if we wanted to actually do the math, oil doesn't degrade that much, but if we're talking about saving like, 20 days to get those last 60 tons of oil, or could even be more, it's not a trivial loss there. So we'll kind of see how that goes. At this point, we should start looking into some other train line opportunities. Vegas, we could potentially like build this up a little bit. Just not exactly the best time right now. We could do like a very easy flat train line from like, well, kind of this company kind of already took it. Something from like Chihuahua to El Paso. We could even just extend this and create another bus that'll do it for us. In fact, I might even just opt to do that. Roads aren't insanely expensive, and I think in this case, the cost is kind of justified. So we're gonna little this, little that. We do not need to deal with that. That's just going to be pain for us. We will have to go up eventually, but... And that's just so unfortunate. Did I miss? No, it is just requiring a situation there. Now, because this is going to be an inter-city bus route, I am going to try to get this to have as many passengers as possible. And we'll do the same thing in El Paso. Nice big catchment area. Really spread this out. And now, important thing here is that we're going to set this to express. Now, the reason we're doing that is we don't want it to stop at these other stops. And it might have been too late. The bus also might just turn around and reroute. Yeah, you see it goes through those stops. It doesn't even worry. Just curious how many picked up. 22 passengers, so not bad. Because it's so far apart, we may want to add an additional bus to the line here just to make sure that the ratings don't get too low. But you see, like, just hanging out, having stops by these other big buildings causes them to really accelerate the buildup of passengers. We're going to pay back some of this, but we are going to do another construction project soon. Yeah, taking a back look over here, we're down to 64 days. We didn't actually save that much, but I think in the long run it is going to pay off. Fort Worth, this downtown area actually looks like it would be great to have some more or another bus. So I'm going to try to expand it into there, and then we're just going to ship this as far as possible. I don't even care if this bus is only profitable one way. This would also be a great spot for us to have a passenger train as well. All right, this... why did I lose that? Salt Lake City coal mine. That's like the 4th time I've seen the production go up there. So we're going to start doing something about this. Yeah, 2,100 tons of coal. Sign me up. I don't really want to go to the same steel mill. I will if I have to. Trying to see if there's anything else around here. Let's see. Requires iron ore and coal. So that's this one. That's not too bad. That is also not too bad. Oh, and someone just took it. The other one is here. Oh, terrific. So we'll get a little bit more profitability out of that train over there. Good sign. This is going to be a crazy long train route, and I don't know if we are going to have the funds for that plus the train. We can give it a shot. It's not going to be pretty, and the thing is, it's just very long. It is going to really, really boost us up, though, so I will give it a shot. We'll have some fun here. One, two, three, 4. All right, I don't even care that it is not the best spot for a station. The thing that will do us in there, though, is the land, and I'm not even going to take that chance. We're going to be so loaded down with cargo here. We really want to avoid elevation as much as possible. As needed, we will expand this out to the other side. We'll see how that goes. We are going to need to traverse some of these, what do you call them? The mountains. That's right, mountains. So we're at 176. We're going to have to deal with 208. That part will be downhill. It won't be terrible. Clicking in the wrong spot. Just for our intersection, and we're going to have to go up pretty soon. I'm just going to give us a little bit of a cheat code there. All right, let's bring it around here. Cannot catch a break, it seems. I'd ideally not like to go through these mountains, but we are here. This is going to be so goddamn expensive. I almost don't even want to do it anymore. It's going to be totally ridiculous. I can already feel the pain in the ass this is going to be having to build this shit. But we have to use that bridge type, otherwise it's going to be super slow. Unfortunately, we don't have quite the elevation we need to get through that mountain pass. This is extremely expensive. This is probably going to be a 2 locomotive situation, honestly. We can cheat a little bit here because we know that the train is going to slow down. It's probably not going to be at 60 miles an hour at this point, so I'm not terribly worried there. In fact, I don't even know why I don't just come straight out with it from there. We could probably do that upgrade. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I think so. We're actually pretty close. Probably for the better if we go this way. Uh, 240, so we're gonna have to come down a bit. Oops. Yeah, like we've already spent a ton of money. We've spent over $1 million on this railroad, so it's we will have enough. It'll be fine, but it's not looking super great right now. And I'm sick and tired of this, so we're gonna say fuck you to the other lands there. Actually, it might have potentially been cheaper to tunnel. Oh well. Yep, and we run out of money. One more leg of track. Ah, it's terrible. All right, well, we've done it. We're here. This is going to be a massive train because we will not have enough money to build a return line for quite a while. We're going to take out as much as we can. We're going to put as much on this train as we can. Well, I guess the loan is a little higher than I expected, but that's 8, 10, that's 12, and we'll definitely get another locomotive on there. My guess is it shouldn't take too terribly long to fill up. Oh dear, did I get the wrong coal mine? Well, this is quite embarrassing because this is the coal mine that we wanted all along, which is not bad. We could just make our station come out here. I totally missed that. That's actually incredibly funny. All right, so we're going to be cheeky and actually set a stop for here next. The coal is actually piling up faster than our train was able to load it, if that tells you anything. Oh, and that's hysterical because the coal mine right here just went up. Oh well. The train's actually hauling. I'm very impressed. So we made some of our money back. That is what we like to call irony. So we've maxed out the length of this station. I just needed to send that one back. We needed a new route, really. So, I mean, a couple more iterations of that, you know, cool $500,000 profit there, or revenue. That's really what we're looking for. A little bit more of that, and we're going to eventually see our loan make its way lower. But it's just taking so long here. You know, I guess track does need some upgrades. We could potentially swap these out for a little bit faster. But yeah, really, it's the brick bridges for the inclines that end up killing you. We max out the length of this too. There's so much coal here. We definitely need another train. The two locomotives do make it possible to go up the incline with, you know, we're weighted down 480 tons of coal, geez. And this is two dash sevens. Like, this is a very, very powerful locomotive. So those two inclines back to back is definitely going to be a problem. We're going to want to clean that up. Well, enough of that. We can leave that be. I think we need to get some additional passenger trains going or longer bus routes. We check our buses. I'm going to guarantee that this intercity bus. Oh, actually, no, it's Fort Worth. How about that? How much is this intercity bus making? Well, 52,000 a year is at his second best. So, wow, Chihuahua has gone crazy. I might even entertain just a quick little passenger train over to this city and index on, hey, there's going to be a ton of passengers coming through there. We're basically floating our entire loan right now. We could choose to pay it back. So we could also choose to, how is this oil production going? 450 tons. We could definitely add on another truck. Well, actually, I'm just so surprised how slow that is. It's only 360 tons of oil. The Dash 7 should be obliterating that. I guess not. All right, anyway, we're going to go Chihuahua to Fort Worth. This should be an extremely profitable route. It'll also be quick, so we definitely do not need to do a second second train line. Butte. We definitely do not need a train line, or rather a station that long, but that's what we're going to do. I should have checked the heights here. We're at 96 feet. All of this is at 112. We will need to go up. Right now, I'm thinking just kind of come through the downtown. That's going to be a ton of production. Oops. Forgot to make our stations all pretty. Now we basically have to decide where we want that incline or decline to be. I think it's probably best to do it early on. This land, I think, is fairly low. Yeah, 96. We're already at 96, so I'm going to try to maintain this as best as we can the whole way out. Of course. I just cannot believe this. This is probably more than the other one. Yeah, crazy. Absolutely mind-blowing. That should be good. One more, and we're all set. Our ratings are probably already bad. Ooh, very bad. Yikes. Well, the good news is we have so many passengers there, we can just go balls to the walls right away. Oh, we picked up everything. 215 passengers. I mean, you basically don't even need a you don't even need aircraft at that rate. This is probably going to be our most profitable. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. And of course, the one that we picked. Ah, horrible. Absolutely horrible. It is still at 2,000, so I'm not worried. Our ratings aren't great. We're going to have to keep an eye on it. Billings, though, at 1,500, and it appears to be still climbing. That was quite a haul. 261 passengers here. So this is the one thing I will say about this game. If you're going to choose to get into aircraft, it's not a bad idea by any means, but you will make so much more money with trains. The Concorde and the 747, I think there is a 777. Now, look at that. Our coal train must have just delivered. They're gonna tap out at some points. Gotta be kidding me. It's like torture. Our aircraft, well, I mean, don't take my word for it. Concorde will take 250 passengers. The 747 only 210 somehow. But we're seeing like 200 plus, like 250 plus passengers lining up these train stations. Now, obviously, that was just the first arrival, so we're not going to see that all the time. But you can kind of see where, like, where the money really is. So speaking of that, I think it is probably a good time to get into the air travel game. We could take out a bigger loan if we need. I'm going to basically connect to large cities. We talked about Phoenix before. I think this is a great spot for an airport. And then somewhere right here, I mean, Beaumont, like, this is honestly big enough where I'd be totally fine just dropping the airport here and hoping for the best. Like, we have office buildings. I think these are maybe hotels, now office blocks. These produce so much passengers, whereas like here, it looks better, but what's actually around it? Not a whole lot of good stuff. So we're gonna actually go down here. It is a little bit farther, so we'll get a couple extra puntos when it comes to uh, the delivery range, and that is key. So if you can see there on the right side, we're getting as close as we can to ensure that we have that both of those office blocks there. I am actually gonna drop that road a bit. Yeah, this is gonna be good. The back of Chihuahua wouldn't even be bad either. I think Phoenix will get us ultimately more money, and that kind of is the point. Vegas would be nice too, but we unfortunately do not have that kind of money. We will absolutely need to raise and lower the land. So if we were to build this here right now, you could see $3 million. We could probably take out a loan to that much, but there's no need because we can just do this. So we've spent far less than $1 million. Whoops, we're not quite done. All right, we spent far less than $1 million here. We're gonna make this the coming inside just to make it a little bit more profitable. And yeah, we've saved a ton of money. We've saved over, I would say, probably $600,000 there, and spent maybe the other four in. Well, sorry, it was $3 million. We spent under $1 million, so we saved probably $1.5 million. Supposing that um, we spent about 500K in moving the land around. I didn't actually count that closely. Concord is always the best if you can afford it. This is just going to break the game wide open for us. Oh, and I totally forgot. We need a company headquarters. I have not been doing that. Company headquarters is just a fun little thing. You get to plop down. Oh, no, no, no. Hope it doesn't actually land. No, don't land. Oh, that's going to be such a waste. Oh, no. But it actually didn't drop anybody off, so that's tremendous. The 21 days is still very fast. We're going to see this coming in way faster. 20 days. Yeah, it's going to be very good for us. Anyway, headquarters. A little building you can plop down wherever you want. Going to go right next to the airport. And the cool thing is it grows as you level up. So when we get to 60, it's going to be a whole other style of building. So we'll check back in on that later. Anyway, we need to start adding a little bit more here. Chihuahua is an amazingly gigantic city right now. It's the clear largest. I don't know how it grew so quickly. I mean, yeah, the population's like out of control. We should definitely be looking into getting another train to just kind of poke in here. And the question is just where to take it. I think Tucson is pretty reasonable. We could start developing that city a little bit more. So yeah, without further ado, let's get it cranking. We definitely have what I would call fuck you money at this point in time. Billings is still going up. It's so crazy. That's going to be tricky with that stuff in the way. It might even be easier just to come in from this side, actually. Oh, that is going to break stuff down. And once again, we're gonna have to cut around because this guy is building right where we want to be. So we're gonna elevate right away, and that should be more than fine. Of course, we run into this. And we're gonna I'd like to maybe get another train line in here, so I'm not gonna go like too crazy with it just yet. Too crazy meaning like actually down a like busier drag, but this is gonna be just fine for us. Now I started that station in the middle only because I wanted to just make sure it did not connect with any other station. 3 is probably too little now that I think about it. This is like a fairly long route, but we're never gonna see, what is it, 64? Yeah, we're never gonna see 192 passengers from Tucson. Maybe it'll be possible at some point if it develops, but yeah, like 47 passengers here, and we just opened the station. Not seeing a whole lot of positivity there. Hermosillo, not seeing a whole lot there. Vegas, I'm looking if there's any opportunity to transport stuff down to this factory. It's kind of just all by itself. You've got to be kidding. This is absolutely insane. And we're truly like not even missing out on that much. It was just, a couple extra blocks there, but Salt Lake City still has a lot of coal. And we actually have enough money at this point where we could totally justify throwing in an extra line here. And what we are going to do to be smarter is we're going to build this. We're actually, you know what? The right thing to do is just increase the height here altogether so that we don't have to have nearly as much elevation gain. So we are, let's see. I think we could sneak it in. I don't really want that piece of track there, obviously, but we're going to just keep things at this height. We're not going to worry about not going to worry about the cost because we don't have to anymore. It's great not having to worry about money. And we're just going to go, oh my goodness. It's just slaps in the face at this point. We'll go 13. That's not perfect. We didn't get up as high as we needed to, but we're just going to shoot this right across. Oh, maybe we're not. Could I lower the lands myself? Absolutely. I just don't really feel like it. And once again, now that we have money, we're just going to not worry about... Not worry about the cost of anything here. And we could probably start with that. Since we're floating the cash, we don't even really need to worry about modifying the other line either. I mean, that will be our back line or our return line, but that's 12 cars, 2 locomotives. Oh, we're not even close to fitting in the station. Lovely. So we do need to max this a little bit more. So we did just get up to 50, or rather 60 chief executive rating. So as promised, we'll check in on our headquarters, and it is under construction. Look at that. So it's actually going to go up very soon. It is 1984. I wonder if we could actually wrap this up within the year and beat our record from before. So we're not going to get too fancy with this. I'm going to wait for that train to come through. And then once it leaves, we're going to deprecate that old track. Yeah, no trouble going up it when you're empty, huh? See how it is. We're just going to go basically, straight out. Nope, this one. And straight out to this track. Now that track is connected, so we do need to signal it up. Going. Now this train is actually going to have no way of getting to that track, so I'm going to have to plop it over here. What we are going to need to do with the other track, though, is I'm actually just going to stop this for a moment here. It's out of the way. It's out of the signal block, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. But we're just going to not even bother with these tracks anymore. Like you can see, this train is absolutely hauling right now. I'm not even going to bother with deleting that track, because we have the elevation where we can just say, who cares? We are going to probably have to push this track back a little bit, though, come to think of it. All right, so we can't go in that direction just yet. Now that this is totally disconnected, we could actually get rid of the other catchment area. So we should be free to expand our station a bit more, which is what we want. Got to cut it off a little bit from the front. Really? This is very weird. Don't know why it was not letting us do that before. It's empty. Yeah, we didn't do a great job with these signal blocks. But this will ideally allow us to get 3 trains on this track. There's no coal waiting. Very interesting. All right, hopefully that should be a little bit better now. But we're all down to 1,000 tons, and oh no, it's closing down? What a laugh. That is so hysterical. I can't believe that, actually. This is the part where we say, I don't care anymore. Give me the coal. Uh-oh. Somebody's bankrupt. I've never actually seen that before. He just lost a ton of money. That's unfortunate. I know I bag on the trains and the signal logic a lot, but they do figure it out. I feel like it went through this signal block just fine. It's going to be way faster to just delete all of this and rebuild it, so that is exactly what we're going to do. That was almost a horrific train crash. Terrific. Now that we have this more or less kind of figured out, we should be setting the land speed records for trains here. That is a sleek looking train right there. As the dash, yeah. We should probably win very soon, is my guess. Train coming in there, over there. We could maybe do one more. I'd love to see if there's any stations besides that one spot where we're backing up quite a bit. So Dallas, oh right, we should check in on our little headquarters building. Is this still under construction? What the? That's so weird. Your profit, 700K a month? That's unbelievable. It's unhinged. Right, so we had Dallas there, and to put that one away for good, we could just offload some of these passengers to other, kind of lucrative area. Because why not? Not lucrative, but, high profit, whatever. Set it to express just in case. Don't need it making like wonky turns anywhere. So I see a train coming in here, train going out, not a lot of delay. That's tremendous. Trains coming in, trains going out. Great timing. I mean, these trains will break down. It's not going to be like this forever, but see the mines, 4,000 tons there. And yeah, that'll do it. So we actually beat the record from before, 4 years, 10 months. Not too crazy, nothing really novel or interesting about this. Just a long train ride. Got a train line, got into the airline game, I think, at a reasonable point in time. And now we're here. We're victorious. So this is the last of the challenging real world stages. We are going to move on to the other stages now. And I'm going to call it here for this one. We'll catch you all in the next one. Take care, y'all.